Hey guys, how's it going? It is your boy, Manga Drew, and I'm here to cover the spoilers for My Hero Academia Manga Chapter 359. I'm gonna go into the spoilers immediately this week because they're a little bit early than I thought they were, and this video is going to be a little bit late, so let's just dive right into the spoilers. So, the chapter begins with the students from the business course inside the UA structure, filming while the support course runs around rebuilding the lost parts of the battlefield. One of them wonders if this is really the right time to make a documentary, but they say that in the past war, this was used against them. Dobby manipulated public opinion through filming and speeches, so now is the time for them to counterattack. After all, the role of the business course is to quote-unquote produce the best heroes. We then see a double-page spread showing the scale of Howitzer Impact Cluster. It has even extended outside the barrier. Aizawa makes sure Monama's eyes are still open, and Yu wonders if he has gone too far because he risks destroying the arena. That's when Kaminari steps in, saying that Bakugo is a pretty careful guy, even though he doesn't look like it. He's currently thinking of what's best for everyone. So this part of the spoilers is very interesting. We're getting to see a little bit more of the other students who are a part of UA, not just the heroes that are actually in the hero course, but we're getting to see the business students, characters that we haven't really seen a whole lot in the story actually do something, as well as getting to see more individuals of the hero course when it comes to support. And we also get to see more of the support course students doing their thing. So it's cool to see that, as well as we get a cool interaction between Yu as well as Kaminari when it comes to who Bakugo is as a character, and that what he does, even though it may look big and explosive, is actually well timed and well calculated, which makes sense for Bakugo's character. So it's cool that we're probably going to see a little bit more of that dialogue in this chapter. But from what we see with the next part of the text spoilers, it's gonna get even crazier from here. Because the next line of text spoilers say that, however, he, in reference to Bakugo, is not in the best of situations. His mask is torn, his right eye is injured, and his arm is broken. Shigaraki / All For One notes that he concentrated the explosions so as to not affect the surroundings so much, and that it was great. But he is not at all interested in the boy's growth. Genus and Mirko try to come to his rescue, and Mirko even makes a quick maneuver by jumping between the hands, but to no avail. All For One Garaki, as they say, says that they were naive in thinking that finding his body and approaching him would bring victory, and makes a move with his hand that generates a huge shockwave. So from this part of the spoilers alone, and from what we're probably going to see in this chapter, Bakugo's arm is getting really messed up to the point where he could potentially be taken out of this fight permanently, if not taken out of existence permanently. And we do have a few images and panels of what this looks like, and it is horrendous. Even more like horrendous than what we've seen with like how Deku's arms are messed up, because oof, it's really bad. But it gets even worse, because the next line of text spoilers say that the heroes are thrown away, and Shigaraki starts walking towards Bakugo. He says that although he's not interested in him as a person, the fact that he's very close to Izuku Midoriya should be useful. The right side of his face is completely burned. And I think this is making reference to Shigaraki himself, and that his face is really burnt to a crisp, showing that what Bakugo did do damage, but it wasn't enough to finish him off. And while this is happening, Aizawa asks if Mandalay has received any news about or from Deku yet, but she says no. The electric waves are acting strange, even outside the barrier. It's been a while since she's heard anything but noises. So this is very interesting, because this could allude to the idea that the electric barrier may be interfering with their ability to actually contact Deku, or that something outside of the barrier is causing it to be very unlikely for Mandalay to be able to reach Deku. So that's something interesting. We may get a little bit more context for that later on, but then we're getting to the last part of the text spoilers, and probably the most surprising part of this entire chapter. Because Aizawa is desperate and asking Genist, Edgeshot, or Mirko to protect his students because he needs to graduate and keep aiming to be the #1 spot. The scene cuts to Nejire and Tamaki, who have been thrown into a classroom. Tamaki says that he wishes he had graduated and that they should ask Nezu to organize one of them after the war is over. Nejire agrees, and Tamaki begins to wonder about their chances of victory, but before he can continue, a voice says, "Let's at least protect everyone while Midoriya isn't here. With the power of the three of us, we'll make it. Mirio is here. The big three is returned." End of chapter. So this is a major reveal. Mirio is here. Wow, what a shocker. It's like Horikoshi knows where these characters should probably be, and guess what? He is here. Yeah, this is probably going to be the most impactful part of this chapter, you know, besides Bakugo's having his entire arm just obliterated, not really physically, but yeah, potentially. So this just proves, and this is just showing that the big three are going to have a big moment in this fight against Bakugo. So this just shows that the big three of UA are going to have a big moment against Shigaraki, and that they may not necessarily take down Shigaraki in this moment, but they're going to put up a heck of a fight against them. And it's probably going to show why they are considered the big three at UA, Mirio, Tamaki, as well as Nejire, where we're going to get most likely big moments of them trying to protect Bakugo from Shigaraki, or as they say, all for Shigaraki. So this is going to be very interesting, and I can't wait to get a little bit more details for this when the chapter is translated proper. So yeah, that's pretty much all I really have to say about this chapter. Most likely this is going to be a very short chapter with just a whole bunch of action, not that much dialogue, but some very impactful implications. So yeah, that's all I really have to say. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you enjoyed the spoilers that I was able to provide for you. And if you did, why not leave a comment down below on what you think about the big three returning. And don't forget to leave a like on this video if you liked it, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and do all that cool jazz. And hopefully, I'll be able to catch you in my next video. Goodbye!